Hey everybody, it's me, Mario5514, and welcome back to another Splatoon Talk video. In this video, we're going to be looking at some more third weapon kit ideas for Splatoon 3. You guys liked the last video I did, so I decided to make another one for you guys. Some of these third weapon kits are either the ones that you saw in the first video, but are updated, while others I've created myself. I think a few people have submitted their ideas to me, and they're going to be in this video. And without further ado, let's get started. First up is the Grim Range Blaster with Burst Bomb and Killer Whale 5.1. When ProChar was talking about the Grim Range Blaster, someone showed Burst Bomb and Super Chump at 200p, but I think Burst Bomb and Killer Whale 5.1 would look much better for it, as Burst Bomb works very well with a blaster, especially a range blaster, given how much range it has. And even if you don't hit them directly with the blast radius still does damage, and the Burst Bomb will combo off of it easily. And Killer Whale 5.1 would definitely give it that location-wise effect. And not only that, Burst Bomb and Killer Whale 5.1 would be a throwback to what we saw in Splatoon 1, as the Grim Range Blaster had Burst Bomb and Killer Whale. So yeah, it would definitely be a reference to what we had in 2016. Would I think Nintendo add this? There could be a possibility. Next up is the Permanent Ink Brush with Torpedo and Kraken Royale. Looking back at Splatoon 1, the Permanent Ink Brush had Splat Bomb and Kraken, and I would have thought this would be great for the Permanent Ink Brush in Splatoon 3, but the regular Ink Brush occupies the Splat Bomb, so as a substitute, I threw in Torpedo and still gave it the Kraken, or Kraken Royale in Splatoon 3's case. This would definitely be a modified look of the Permanent Ink Brush. I think it would definitely look good having Torpedo for a comboing and having Kraken for aggressive play. Do I think Nintendo would add this? I don't think they would. I mean, a lot of people would probably think, in the previous video I showed Torpedo and Trizooka for the Permanent Ink Brush, but I don't think Torpedo and Kraken would be good, but I mean, it could be a possibility. We just don't know what Nintendo would do if they added third weapon kits. Next up is the Soda Slosher with Burst Bomb and Trizooka. I think this would definitely be a flashback to what we have in Splatoon 1, as it had Splat Bomb and Inkzooka, but the regular Slosher in Splatoon 3 occupies the Splat Bomb, so the Burst Bomb would make a good substitute, and the Trizooka would definitely help for its range, given how the Soda Slosher, the Slosher's range is kind of just short. So the Trizooka would definitely compensate for that. And not only that, Soda Slosher would definitely compete with the Carbon Roller Deco, as it has Burst Bomb and Trizooka in the Splatoon 3 era. Could this be a kit that Nintendo would add? It could be a possibility, but I don't know what would be a good kit for the Soda Slosher. I just don't know. If Nintendo would add it, they would probably give it something stupid. Next up is the Heavy Splatling Remix with Fizzy Bomb and Killer Whale 5.1. Looking back at Splatoon 1, the Heavy Splatling Remix had Sprinkler and Killer Whale, but in Splatoon 3, the regular Heavy Splatling occupies Sprinkler with Wave Breaker, so substitute the Sprinkler for Fizzy Bomb, and then give a Killer Whale 5.1, as it would definitely be more of a modified look, like the Permanent Ink Brush and the Soda Slosher in its power and moving, and the Killer Whale 5.1 would definitely help in location and allowing you to move after your opponents, and or distracting them long enough for you to get close enough to them and just open fire on them. Next up is the Cherry H3 Nozzle Nose with Suction Bomb and Trizooka. Looking at the H3 models, the regular model has Point Sensor and Tacticooler, and the Dolphin model has Splash Wall and Big Bubbler. So I think the Suction Bomb and Trizooka kit for the Cherry H3 Nozzle Nose would definitely fit in for what the regular H3 Nozzle Nose D had in Splatoon 1, which was Suction Bomb and Inkzooka. Would Nintendo add this weapon kit? I don't think they would. But I mean, Trizooka on a semi-auto would be interesting to see, as we only see it on like the Splatter Shot, Clash Blaster, and the Carbon Roller Deco, as well as any other weapon that you can think of that would have Trizooka. It would be interesting to see it, though, in Splatoon 3. Next up is the Berry Splattershot Pro with Point Sensor and Trizooka. This would definitely be a throwback to Splatoon 1, as the Forge Splattershot Pro had Point Sensor and Inkzooka, but in Splatoon 3, it currently has Suction Bomb and Booyah Bomb. But I think the Berry Splattershot Pro, having Point Sensor and Trizooka, would definitely keep what we had in Splatoon 1 alive. I mean, for what the Forge Splattershot Pro originally had in Splatoon 1. So I think Point Sensor would work. I mean, Trizooka would definitely help. According to ProChar, Point Sensor is more of a throwaway sub-weapon, but I mean, it does help for location-wise, helping you mark where your opponents are so you won't miss where they are, but the location effect doesn't last very long, so you have to be aware of how long you've had it deployed, or how long it's been since you threw the Point Sensor out. But Trizooka would definitely work for this weapon. I think in the first video I showed Auto Bomb and Big Bubbler, so I think Point Sensor and Trizooka would be more aggressive for the Berry Splattershot Pro instead of having it stay in one place. Next up is the Tempered Dynamo Roller with Auto Bomb and Killer Whale 5.1. This would be somewhat of a throwback to Splatoon 1, a complete throwback, as it had Seeker and Killer Whale. So I think Auto Bomb and Killer Whale 5.1 would be a throwback to Splatoon 1 with this weapon. When Nintendo added, there could be a chance that they would. It would just be very sad, as Dynamo Roller is in a very bad spot right now. And if 9.3 were to add buffs for the Dynamo Roller, then yeah, it would be a different story, and it would look cool for it, actually. Especially having the original color that we see here, as it had in Splatoon 1. It would definitely look great. Next up is the Bento Splat Charger. I think Toxic Mist and Crab Tank would work, as Toxic Mist allows you to slow your opponents down long enough for you to get a shot on them. Even if you don't land the shot on them, you'll pressure them into trying to go into another area where your teammates occupy, and you'll basically be a big anchor weapon. And Crab Tank allows you to be aggressive as well as supportive, allowing you to control a certain area and giving a charger something to fight with than just triple ink strike for displacement, or ink vac for like some kind of aggressive type support. So yeah, Toxic Mist and Crab Tank would work for this charger, as well as the Splatter Scope variant for it as well. Next up is the Barazuchi Dynamo Roller from my friend on Discord. My friend Arugem, or Gem, suggested the Barazuchi Dynamo Roller with Curling Bomb and Ink Storm. You know, one thing I will say is Curling Bomb is not bad for the Dynamo Roller, but I don't know about Ink Storm. Ink Storm would definitely be more of a support-related special, but I mean, it sounds more like a displacement type support, but I mean, I don't think Ink Storm would work with a Dynamo Roller than what we see with the Explosher and the custom Jet Squelcher, as well as the Nautilus 47. Do I think this could be a thing? I don't think it would, unfortunately. Next up is the Tenatech Reflux 450. This is another weapon kit I designed with Torpedo and Crab Tank. I mean, we don't have any backline weapons that have Crab Tank, and giving a Reflux Crab Tank would definitely be interesting, as the regular Reflux 450 is a very popular weapon in turf battles for the Curling Bomb and Tentamissile kit, and it's more widely used in the Deco model, which has Splash Wall and Reef Slider. So Torpedo and Crab Tank would be interesting to see, as Torpedo is marking where your opponents are. Even if they shoot down the Torpedo, they would give their position away long enough for you to see where they are, and deploy the Crab Tank to try to smoke them out, or try to splat them if you can. So yeah, this would definitely work in giving a backline weapon or tri-stringer like the Reflux, a Crab Tank type weapon. This would definitely work. I mean, could this happen? I don't think it would, but could be a possibility. Next up is the Flings a Roller Express with Fizzy Bomb and Zipcaster. You know, Fizzy Bomb is some people say it's one of the best sub weapons, but I say it's kind of underrated in a way. But Fizzy Bomb is not as where the Curling Bomb is in where you can just throw it and just swim with it. But the thing with Curling Bomb is that when you throw it, your opponents are going to be looking if you're in that Curling Bomb's sliding area or not. If they see you moving, they're going to easily shoot at you. But I mean, with Fizzy Bomb, it's just going to be a short tenure than just with the Curling Bomb. And Zipcaster would definitely give it more of a competitive edge, but I mean, Regular Carbon Roller already has Zipcaster, but I think Flingza having Zipcaster would be interesting to see on the battlefield. Could this happen? I don't think it would. But I mean, it could give the Flingza an opportunity to go all out. Next up is the Embers Mini Splatling with Autobomb and Triple Splashdown. This is yet another weapon kit I've designed with Autobomb sniffing out where your opponents are hiding and Triple Splashdown allowing you to drive your opponents away from you in case they get too close to you. So yeah, this would definitely be aggressive for a Mini Splatling, as the current Mini Splatling has Burst Bomb and Ultra Stamp, and the Zinc Mini Splatling having Toxic Mist and Big Bubbler, kind of like what we saw in Splatoon 1 with Disruptor and Bubbler, nicknamed the Disruptor. Do I think Mini Splatling could get this kit? I don't think it would, but I mean, it would be interesting to see a Mini Splatling get Triple Splashdown as well as with Autobomb. It would definitely give it more of a opportunity to be supportive as well as aggressive at the same time. Next up is the Tony Kensa Splatana Wiper with Fizzy Bomb and Super Chump. I think this would definitely be a competitive weapon in competing with the Bamboozler MK2, as it has this weapon kit. Do I think this weapon could have this kit? I don't think so. But I mean, looking at the Wiper kits, the regular Splatana Wiper is kind of in an odd place, but the Splatana Wiper Deco is in a very good spot, having Point Sensor and Tent Missiles, while the regular model having Torpedo and Ultra Stamp. I mean, Ultra Stamp just has its own problems. But I mean, Fizzy Bomb and Super Chump would be very effective to see on the battlefield. Fizzy Bomb allowing you to drive your opponents away as well as providing range for you to swim through, and Super Chump distracting your opponents long enough for you to get close enough for you to do a charge slash at your opponents. And finally is the Splatana Wiper Giga. My friend Spike26 made this kit, and I decided, you know what? Yeah, I'll show this kit. He came up with the Splatana Wiper having Suction Bomb and Booyah Bomb, competing with the Forge Splattershot Pro. But I mean, instead of a shooter, it's on a Splatana. I mean, Splatana having Suction Bomb would definitely make it more aggressive, and Booyah Bomb instead of Ultra Stamp would definitely be the thing, but since this is a third weapon kit, I could definitely see Suction Bomb being a thing. I don't know about Booyah Bomb, but I think it would definitely make a very good kit for the Splatana Wiper, given that the only good Splatana Wiper kit is the Deco model, which has Squid Beacon and Tent Missiles. But I mean, Suction Bomb and Booyah Bomb is aggressive enough for a Wiper, and considering the fact that Booyah Bomb is in a very good spot right now, even though it's kind of in a rough situation after 9.2, as the Booyah Bomb did get, even though the Booyah Bomb did get buffed as of 9.2, with a 5% radius buff, as well as increasing damage to the Big Bubbler by 33%. But I mean, you're still at a risk of getting your armor shattered by any of your nearby opponents. But I still think Suction Bomb and Booyah Bomb would definitely be the thing for it. But I don't think Nintendo would add it. But I mean, it would be interesting to see it on paper as well as in game. And that's it. That is all of the third weapon kits we have. Thank you all for watching. If you guys like the video, be sure you subscribe, and don't forget to leave a like on the video. If you want to see more videos like this, just send a comment below. Shout out to my friends Gem and Spike26 for showing their weapon kit ideas to me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. And until then, stay fresh.